Hey guys, this is the one and only Nostalgia Retro Frozen Beverage Station, model FBS400 Retro Red. It has a 40-ounce capacity. It has stainless steel cutting blades. It makes great treats such as slushy drinks, snow cones, margaritas, daiquiris, and more. It has two different settings, snow or slush, and it definitely shaves your ice. And welcome to Gus Random Reviews, where we will review and take a closer look at what to expect with this very cool gadget. Let's take a look. You have your base, you have your pitcher, you have your mix and paddle, which is inside your pitcher, you have your settings, you have your lid. Inside, you have the ice shaving chamber. And finally, you have your on and off functions. This is your base. This is your mix and paddle, the lid, the ice chamber, and your pitcher. Inside, you have the blade that shaves the ice, and then you have your rotor. To assemble your unit, you grab your mix and paddle and place it in the middle. You grab your ice shaving chamber. You place it in the middle until it locks. Requires a couple of movements until you find the right combination. Once it sits through, you turn your knot to lock it. You place your pitcher underneath by sliding it through, and underneath there's a little chamber that you utilize to lock it to the left. You grab your lid, and then you twist to turn it on. You twist to the right to turn it off. Let's take a closer look as we make some drinks. Hey, and welcome back. This is the demonstration for the Nostalgia Retro Frozen Beverage Station. I'm going to go ahead and show you what's included, some of the basic pieces of the function, and then we're going to make an attempt to make a slushie. We have several drinks and we're going to use one of them. So let's go ahead and proceed and talk about some of the items that you are expected to see and what are some of the main functions of this part and how this really cool gadget works. This little piece here, it's actually called the mixing paddle. It's what goes inside this main object here, which is the pitcher, and helps mix the ingredients. This here is your entire base, which is composed of the knob of two different options. You have your snow, and then you have your slush. Inside this portion here, you'll have your ice shaving mechanism, which is your chamber. You'll have your motor housing. You'll have your lid, and it also has that blade, which helps shave the ice. Obviously, this is the box where this little cool gadget comes into. As obviously, as you can see, you can make a variety of mixes, slushies, snow. The snow actually, it's a little bit more of a thick type of ice shaving, while the slushy, it's more of a fine shaving of the ice. You can actually use any type of mixed drink or drink per se, because you're not really putting the drink inside the chamber. In here, you're only putting the ice, which is what's shaving. Now the liquid actually goes in this base, which is, a base for a pitcher, whatever you like to call it. And it actually has several measurements. Hopefully you're able to see it close. But inside here you have a liquid measurement, which allows you to actually select a small amount of liquid. Here it tells you if you want to add ice, this is where the ice will go. But if you want actually a larger serving, you will have to fill up your liquid drink all the way up to this line. And then your ice shaving should be all the way to the top in order for your entire liquid to actually have a good amount of texture and mix. But as mentioned, you're not really pouring the drinks in this section here. This is where the ice goes. The liquid is actually poured in this pitcher, okay? So just to mention again, this piece here, it's called a mixing paddle. You have your pitcher, you have your base, you have the lid. Inside the lid, sorry about that. Inside the lid, you actually have the ice shaving chamber. Inside here, you have that blade, which allows to shave. This is your motor, your rotor that rotates the ice shaving. As you place the ice shaving, you need to make sure that this here is the lock, which allows it to lock so that this does not get displaced. Okay, and here you have your two selections. You have your snow option, and then you have your slush option. Once again, this is the Nostalgia Retro Frozen Beverage Station. Let's go ahead and proceed and show you how this is done, okay? All right, let's get to it. First, we need to make sure that we collect this mixing paddle, and then we place the mixing paddle on top in this little section here in the pitcher. Okay, next, you're going to go ahead and make the selection of the drink that you want to drink or make a slushie from, or a snow cone. Let's go ahead and grab our beverage and start pouring it. As mentioned, you can select where you want this measurement to be, up to this line. Okay. Place your beverage down. And then now you're ready to place the pitcher back into the base. To do so, you grab the handle, you slide it in, and as you slide it in, there's a little portion where the mixing paddle goes in. So you have to slide it up, and then you twist to the left. You have here indication that to lock it, you have to twist it to the left. To unlock it, you twist it back to the right. Okay, this is going to prevent it from falling back. Now you're ready to put your ice within the base. As you have your ice ready, you pour it on top so that it allows it to go in, so that it sits there, and that you're able to close your lid as so that the ice is not in the way of the lid, which is going to allow you to close it and then turn on your machine. Then what you want to do is you want to make sure that you plug it into the outlet before you actually turn it in, just for safety reasons. So let's go ahead and plug this cool gadget into the outlet here. As our machine is plugged into the wall, you have the ability to still change the option that you want, which is the snow or the slushy. As mentioned, you still have your option to make that change. Snow, as mentioned, is actually a thicker ice, and slushy is more of a fine texture of your ice. Now that this machine is plugged in, to turn it on, you'll see here in the top of the base that you have your on and then you have your off button. You actually twist it to the left to turn on your machine, and then you twist it to the right to turn it off. Now I do want to mention that it's a bit loud, but that's because again you have the grinding of the ice that is creating that shaving of your slushiness. So let's go ahead and show you. Okay, I'm going to twist it in, and as soon as you can see, you'll have that ice that is actually pouring down the machine and is creating the slushiness of your drink. Now the liquid was all the way here. You want your ice to be all the way to the top. So as soon as your machine starts shaving the ice and it starts becoming low, you can go ahead and turn it off and pour more ice in. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this video and then Wait until it shades up the ice and then pour some more ice in. Alright, the slushy seems to be about done. So to turn it off, you go back to the top, you twist to the right, and it shuts off your machine. To pull the pitcher out, you just twist it again and then retrieve it back. And here you go, your slushy. Now to pour it, obviously you remove the mixing pedal and then you're ready to pour it into a cup. As you can see here, the ice actually shaved as a slushy. Now remember, as I mentioned, the slushy is actually more of a finer shave of your ice, while the snow is actually more of a thicker type of mix. You can use a variety of mixes. We have sugar-free, or for adults, you have your mixed drinks. All you do is pour it into the pitcher, pour in some ice, turn on the machine, and then just watch the magic happen. Now, it is a very cool gadget, I do have to say. It is loud, but it actually fulfills the need, and it does what it's supposed to do, which is a slushy machine. Thanks for watching. After you're done with your slushy here, what you want to do is you want to clean this gadget. Now, it's actually very easy to maintain. Once you pull the pitcher out and you pull the pedal out, then you can go ahead and put it into the sink and start washing. The base here, you pretty much turn this knot clockwise, remove the rotor, and any residual ice that is still within the base, you make sure you want to unplug this. You make sure you unplug from the outlet, and then you grab your base, and what you do is you just pour it into the sink. Then what you want to do is you just want to grab a clean towel and just remove the rest of the ice inside, and then you put it back and store it back into the box. Here are my final thoughts about this product. The quality of the base is very cheap. It does what it's supposed to do, which is shaves your ice, and it also makes slushies. It is very loud, but it's also very slow to make the drinks. Nevertheless, it is fun. The kids enjoy it. And if you're looking to just make some slushies or even mixed drinks and don't have a blender in place, then definitely this is for you. I do have to say that although it has some drawbacks, I do like it, and it's a very cool gadget. Thanks for watching.